Aditya Nandanarayan bringing us that exclusive conversation with the former judge, in fact, the man who first gave the death penalty to Afzal Guru. But what about voices of dissent? Well, a key role had to be played by Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah. Does he then agree with what was a government move? Does he agree with the fact that there are voices coming from the family of Azal Guru saying that they weren't informed at all? Shujaul Haq spoke to him exclusively.
We have right now with us the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Omar Abdullah. So thank you very much for speaking to Headlines today. My first question, you said yesterday that around 8 o'clock you were told about this decision. What was your first reaction to it?
In what sense?
In the sense that did you tell them that this is not good? Did you tell them what the repercussions of this decision
We'd already discussed the repercussions. That was hardly the place to discuss repercussions. The decision had been taken. Okay. Discussing repercussions was hardly going to change that discussion. That decision. Government of India was already well aware of what our assessment of the repercussions would be.
And now the family is telling all of us that they were not informed about it. They never got any message from anyone from New Delhi or state government. They wanted to see him one last time. How does that feel to you?
Obviously, it's something I find difficult at a human level to reconcile myself to. Whatever be the crime and whatever be the nature of the punishment or the crime for which the punishment was being imparted, I think as human beings, the least we could have done was ensure that he got one last chance to say farewell to his families. We do it with people who are sick. We try as far as possible to be able to say our last farewells. And I mean, leave aside whatever our political views on his execution are and whether we think it's a good thing or a bad thing. As human beings, I can't believe that we would not feel a sense of sadness that he wasn't able to say a final farewell to his family and his I mean, if it's true that his family found out only through the media channels, then I think in a country that prides itself on its information technology and computer era, this is really not the way we should do things.
Okay. Also, now the opposition here in Kashmir is coming out and lashing at you, saying that you can just not just wash away your hands from this, you're a part of it. How do you react to that?
The day the principal opposition party in the state goes slightly further than just naming me and actually names all of those that they believe were part of this decision, I'll respond. The beauty of the People's Democratic Party is that they want to run with the hare and hunt with the hound. They want to try and force a situation where the alliance between the National Conference and the Congress breaks up so that they can step in and usurp power, which is why you will never find them naming the Congress party or anybody in the Congress for anything that happens and will decide, as if this is not a coalition government, to blame just me and my party. If this was a collective decision, then I think first the PDP should name those that took that decision and then name me. So beyond that, I have nothing to say to them.
Okay, now one question which everyone is asking at this point of time. Do you also believe that the timing of this entire incident, this decision, somehow points towards the fact that it was influenced politically in the center?
I'm not going to jump to that conclusion as yet. I think it's very important that we prove to the world at large, particularly to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, that the last two executions were not pick and choose. They weren't selective executions. And so long as we have the death penalty on the statute book, that we will not use it selectively. I understand those who say that this was an attack on a symbol of Indian democracy, but there are other symbols of Indian democracy as well. An elected chief minister is a symbol of Indian democracy. Somebody implicated in the assassination of a sitting chief minister of an Indian state is also has the death penalty awarded against him. The former Prime Minister of India is also a symbol of Indian democracy. There are those who are sitting on death row, who are implicated in the assassination of a former Prime Minister of India. So are they not also symbols of an attack against Indian democracy? If that be the yardstick for judgment, then we have to make sure that we don't open ourselves up to criticism, that we use the death penalty either politically or this sort of pick and choose method is adopted selectively.
Okay. Well, this brings us to another question. You spoke about the convicts of former, Prime Minister of India. Do you think now that this step has been taken, the others should also be expedited?
I'm not. I don't have a great bloodlust. I would rather nobody was given the death penalty. I believe that spending the rest of your life in jail is a far worse punishment than being executed, because it gives you far longer to repent the actions that put you in that jail. But as I said, so long as we have the death penalty on the statute books, if we want to guard ourselves against the criticism that we use it selectively or politically, then we have to make sure that, because, I mean, please understand, in the case of both Ajmal Kasab and Afzal Guru, the death penalty line was jumped. There are those who will ask why. I don't. I mean, whatever be the reason, maybe their legal process was completed before others. Whatever it is, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not going to argue the merits or demerits of a case. All I'm saying is that we have to guard ourselves against this possible criticism that we are selective in its use.
Okay. One final question. Do you think in this entire decision-making, center somehow didn't think about you and your political compulsions in the state and what the ramifications of this decision could be?
I'll come back to the same thing. The death penalty shouldn't be used or shouldn't be viewed politically. If you're not viewing the death penalty politically, then you don't have to worry about the political ramifications for me or for my party or for anybody else. It's the way it is, and we have to deal with it. But if you're going to use the death penalty politically, then sure, that question would arise. But like I said, I haven't reached that conclusion. I believe that this has been done for legal reasons, and in other cases also legal reasons will follow. Let's see if I'm right.
Okay, we'll finish it off with the situation on the ground in Kashmir. What does it look like now?
Well, obviously there's an element of tension. There's I think you can categorize it as a nervous calm. I think most of us would assess the situation as better than we could have expected. There have been incidents both yesterday and today, but the security forces have dealt with them with the maximum possible restraint. I'm hoping that better sense will prevail. The short-term implications, while a matter of concern, are not really a source of enormous worry for me. It's the long-term implications on the psyche of a new generation of Kashmiris that I'm concerned about, and we'll have to see what we can do about that.
Thank you very much. That was the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir speaking to Headlines Today. With cameraman Rauf Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for Headlines Today.